Chance the Rapper, good to see you.
What up, man?
Eh,
Good to
th-
see
This,
you.
this is a big anniversary that's coming up, 10 years
Yeah.
of your mixtape coloring book. I hope you've had some time to reflect on, the last 10 years, that moment. We talk about this being such a groundbreaking moment for you, your career, the music industry. But let's hear from you. What do you think about when you think of the coloring book in 10 years ago?
Um, I think of a lot of things. The word that I've been hearing a lot lately, and I agree with this joy. Like I had a lot of like overwhelming joy. Like when I listen back to the tracks, there's this whole process called pre-production that we do when we're going on tour, where we go back to the songs and like
Yeah.
open up the sessions and look at all the different instruments and sounds from it, and can kind of like solo and zoom in on different moments, and just even in my voice, you could just hear there's like, a real love for
Mm,
where my life is at in that exact moment.
yeah.
And and then also just like being poised. Like I was very ready. I was, at the
10
time I
years,
felt
right?
grown, but I was young. I was 23. And so I feel like there's just a lot of like I'm just proud of who I was in that moment.
Mm, that says a lot. How have you changed over the last 10 years? A lot of time's gone by. The world has
Yeah.
changed since then.
Yeah, I got a bad back. Um,
Sign me up for that one too. Same here.
yeah. No, it's really like I think what I can say is that you do in this arena at least, like because it's not so physical, you do
Hmm.
get better with time. Like I've become a much better performer. I say that modestly, but like it's facts. Like I understand it a lot better.
Yeah.
Dynamics, breath control, you know, where to be passionate and where to be precise, and just like, things like that, you just get better over time, and better as a writer and better as a communicator. And so I look at it, and I give it, you know, a grace of understanding that I was younger, but also a real respect of like, dang, like you really put this joint together. With Acid Rap, I had a lot of success while still being independent, but I think it was a definitely a wilder decision 3 years after Acid Rap,
Yeah.
without another project, without a label, and
And look at that. Look what
yeah,
happened.
it works out. And
Yeah.
like at the time though, now it seems like duh, but I mean at the time it felt like, like a real risky choice.
Yeah. What do you hope we take away from it now, 10 years later? You talk about it being the right moment for the right people at that time. What do we take from it now?
Um, I think you get the same lessons. I think the show is what's so isn't like the concert, the tour. I've been calling it a check-in. Like that's the theme
Mm,
that we're going
yeah.
with for the set list, is like, this project came out at such an important time for those people. It was also an important time for me.
Hmm.
And I think when you examine these main themes from the project of faith and fatherhood and, independence and identity, like that kind of weaves through all of my music before and after Coloring Book. And so even picking other songs from around that era, or more recent songs, or going back all the way to Acid Rap, like everything kind of works through this theme of like it's like an update or like a check-in. It's like,
Yeah.
my relationship with Christ is still strong, maybe stronger, but I
Mm.
have a different perspective on faith as a whole, and organized religion as a whole, and identity as a whole, fatherhood as a whole. So
Yeah.
it's like all of these things kind of grow in importance and get a new, um, you know, you just get a new perspective on
I
these.
would say a little fresh perspective.
Yeah,
So, Chance the Rapper at Wolf Trap. That's different. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you this amphitheater, it's like a gathering of sorts. It's different. What are you looking forward to at Wolf Trap?
Man, I just did my like I've done amphitheaters before. I've done Red Rocks and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But there's a venue in Los Angeles, and called the Hollywood Bowl. I
Yeah.
did this show about a month ago. It was my first time doing an amphitheater in a long time. And it's similar vibes. It's outdoor,
Hmm.
big amphitheater with like kind of Coliseum style, with like, you know, most amphitheaters have amazing acoustics. I haven't played at Wolf Trap yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same. Um, but the vibe, it was the show at Hollywood Bowl was a Juneteenth show, and it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of centered around my new project, Starline. Uh, it was beautiful. Like there's a different vibe in having people outside in the summertime and having the
Mm-hmm.
lawn open, having like, just like open floor, big outdoor experience. The way that I think people react and the way that the music feels is just different.
Feels like
So
a family reunion sometimes. I
yeah,
think being
it's
able to get it,
definitely
you
more
know?
soul in it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So before I let you go, your mom's birthday, is it this
Yeah,
weekend?
yeah. It's August 1st.
Is she gonna be here? You gonna give her a good show?
I think she might. I don't know. I don't know if she's coming. I think she's going to our family reunion. Our family's from North Carolina. That's the same weekend. Her birthday is
Oh
also the same
man.
weekend as the
Okay.
reunion. So I think she's gonna miss it. But my uncle, I think, might slide out. Some of my family's coming out for sure.
Okay. Okay. You want to give them a shout out? Any relatives that
Yeah, yeah,
might be watching right now?
yeah. Shout out to Courtney. My cousin Courtney is out there. She's coming to the show. She's
Okay.
one of my favorite cousins. And yeah, shout out Uncle Chris. Hopefully you slide through too.
And finally, before I let you go, Chance, we know a lot of young people look up to you. They love the work that you do. They're getting ready to head back to school soon. Any advice that you give the young folks?
Um. Yeah, lock in. Just lock in. Like,
Again.
yeah, just lock in, twin.
WUS